Hi, this is Charlie giving you Wednesday's video. I'm recording this on Tuesday. Do not adjust your screens. The charts I've just moved over so that we can have a nice, I can use the pen here this morning. Oh, look, we even put some hair on. There we go. And this is what Sam looks like, just so you know. Samantha it is, because some people do get Sam wrong. Anyway, right, let's move on. So the title today is Are You Suited to Trading? So I'm going to cover off three points here as regards to are you suited to trading? And because most people are, but there are, a few instances where people might not be if they can't get on top of two of these. Now, there's one that I can't help people with, and it's very rare, extremely rare, but intelligence, average intelligence, you do need to have. And I've probably gone and spelled intelligence wrong, and so people will very quickly say, well, Charlie, where are you on this scale? But certainly over the years, it's been very, very rare for me to ever find someone who's below average intelligence. And why do you need to have average intelligence? Just enough to be able to pick up things like trading patterns, some general market rules, and also things like understanding, picking up things like risk management, trade management, just the basics of trading, which for everyone they have to go and learn that. But some people who it's very rare, but I've come across over the years who have got below average intelligence couldn't even pick up those concepts or understand those concepts. So, but that is one. So, like I've said, it's quite rare that it happens, but it does happen, and so occasionally. So, very few of you will come under that, but now and again, you obviously that can happen. So that would be one reason as to are you as that type of person suited to trading? I'd say no. Okay, the next point or 2 points are more more valid to a few more people out there. And so let's cover off greed first of all. Now, I've always said that people are either swayed towards either greed or fear. So point 2 and 3 come under greed and fear. So all of us, to some extent, within our personalities, will either be more biased towards greed-based trading or more biased towards fear-based trading. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. But what I'm talking about here are extremes of greed or extremes of fear. So if, and again, you do come across people who they just can't help themselves when it comes to greed. They're at the far extreme of greed. They can't contain it, so they will overtrade. Now, again, lots of you might be thinking, yeah, but I've done that before. Yes, you may well have done that, but see, that's my intelligence going again. So they may overtrade, they may risk too much, all the things that an extreme or person of a greed-based person will do. They'll risk too much. See, the markets are all moving now. I've started recording this video. The markets are all moving. So they'll risk too much. What else can they do? A greed trader, what would they also do? Risk too much, overtrade. They'll do things like double up. They'll do any number of things which can really upset their trading accounts, and that's how you can blow accounts from doing all these sorts of things. So now, I've met plenty of traders who have done that in their early trading, but have overcome it, because you can overcome this. You can swing back away from that far extreme of greed and come back into the middle ground. God, it sounds like I'm talking about politics here, doesn't it? So come back into the middle ground. So you can actually do that, but some people can't, and so that is something where you say, are you suited to trading? If you are susceptible to being a greed-based trader, these are the types of things that you need to get on top of. Because if you're gonna be out there over trading because you want to be in the market, you need the excitement, all that sort of stuff. That's a greed-based trader. Risking too much per trade, doubling up, revenge trading after having a loss, all those types of things, they are all linked to greed-based traders. And so that type of individual, if they don't get on top of it, they're not going to be suited to trading. Bottom line. So these are the things that you need to get on top of. Lastly, though, you've got fear-based traders. So you'd think, well, how can a fear-based trader lose money? Well, a fear-based trader will always have low risk, so they will never go and do what a greed-based trader will do. So they'll always only risk very small amounts per trade, maybe. But the real problem with a fear-based trader is that they'll often have too tight stops, because they're so worried about losing. The irony is that they end up having stops which are too tight and they get stopped out anyway, and they bank their profits too soon. A greed-based trader won't do that. Bank profits too soon. I've seen a trader literally having a 40 pip stop, 50 pip stop, and coming out regularly after 2 pips, and in the past. And again, that's a sign of a fear-based trader. So that's not going to make you any money, because they can't help themselves. Again, they're too far to the left now, so to speak. They're too far to that extreme. And again, some of the positives of a fear-based trader is that they will never risk too much. But the problem is they'll just have their account will just do a slow bleed down because of things like tight stops, because of things like banking those profits way too soon, that they'll never make any money. So again, these are the 3 things as to, are you suited to trading? It's either people with below average intellect, and the people at the far extremes. We all have a bias towards either fear or greed. I have a bias towards greed, but other traders will have a bias towards fear. But certainly those at the extreme ends, they need to try and work on that in order to make themselves successful. If they don't, they won't get there as a trader. So there you go. There's my title for this week. Are you suited to trading? There's a few concepts there. If you've got any other concepts you want to put down, do put them down in the comment sections. Always welcome. Take care for now. I'll be back on Friday.